roll tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Keen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks, acting like that's vital as an organ. If we played y'all, we kick that ass Chuck Norris. Y'all stay boring. Only thing in that bitch is a forest. Let's set the record straight. Fuck your team if it ain't Florida State. 13-0, undefeated. Damn, what more it take? Denied our presence. That should be a crime. They jealous. Probably get in if the Gators wasn't violent. Miami better not say nada. Last time they won a championship, food stamps had paper dollars. Shout out to FAMU, that's fam too. They say it's about money, but keep it 100. We got bands too.
Yes. Let's get it. Tiny at CEO. We have returned to the Renegade Roast. What's up, Jen? How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic out here. Look at you dressed in all black, got all sequins on out here, all festive.
I do. I thought, why not? Why not? I mean, maybe I'm going out later.
That's FSU prom time. Okay.
No, that's an absolute joke. Those Dateline episodes are not going to watch themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Did you have a wonderful weekend?
I did. First off, shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day coming from the roast out here. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hope y'all had a good time talking to your mama for the one time a year where you're not trying to ignore her ass. So I hope everybody was treating their mama right, trying to get into that brunch. But it was a great weekend for me. I got to say what's up to my mom. She got to steal my card and then went and enjoyed her life on me like she always do. So it was cool. How was your weekend?
It was wonderful. I mean, I kind of got up yesterday, waited on the service around here to get a little better because, those Bellinis weren't hitting as quick as I needed them to. But no, I'm kidding. I should have hired a hot cater waiter and had him, serve me by the pool. You know what I mean? Just anytime I needed a refresh. But
I am not.
That's my own fault.
I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a few things that I wanted to touch on here because some people on the timeline pissed me off with the FSU disrespect, the 2013 disrespect. We're not having that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna run down. Of course, we got some of this Hurrishames drivel that's coming on out here. And I'm definitely going to take down one of these plebeian-ass ACC teams to show y'all the reason why we got to get out of this rat-ass conference. So it's definitely about to be a fun one. It's about to be a fun one tonight. All right.
I am looking forward to it. Let's do it.
Let's start with the first thing that pissed me off here. I saw somebody online talking about how if there was a playoff that Michigan State in 2013, the Michigan State team was going to somehow run down and win the national championship in 2013 over that Florida State squad. What are these people drinking up there? I mean, I know Flint still ain't got good water, but I know Michigan State ain't nowhere near where Flint is. So where the hell are these people getting this from, thinking that Michigan State was going to be able to do something?
I am not sure because that year they beat the likes of Youngstown State.
Ooh.
Northwestern.
Oh, the screensavers?
Yeah, and they had a loss, and guess who they lost to that year? Notre Dame. That was their one loss. They did have a one-loss team, but they had like 0 wins. They did beat Michigan that year, but Michigan beat about nobody that year. Like nobody.
So more nonsense.
Yes, it is more nonsense. And this has been going on for a while. The Michigan State fans have been all over blowing things up for years because they're one-loss team that lost to Notre Dame, by the way. And guys, I'm about to hit you with something. What was Notre Dame's schedule that year? That one loss that Michigan State had, that's so good. what was Notre Dame's schedule that year? So let's all discuss. Let's think about it for just one quick second while I absolutely pull this up because I kind of forgot. I had put it in my brain earlier. But, I mean, it's such loser teams that you kind of forget after the day. But when you see that these teams are going on and on and on, you kind of wonder, what are they going on and on and on about? Well, Michigan State's best win was against a 5-win Michigan that year. 5 wins. 5 wins. That was their best win. Their loss was against Notre Dame, or that's how people say Notre Dame, which absolutely drives me nuts. If you're going to say Notre, you got to say Dame. Okay. You can't do it. You can't say Notre Dame and you can't say Notre Dame. You got to say either Notre Dame or Notre Dame. Those are the ends. That's it. You can be pretentious all you want to, but we all catch on to you. Okay. So, all right, let's do it. They lost to Michigan that year.
So they lost to Notre Dame. Without seeing any other information on that, I'm gonna guess that game was 14-10. Wait, hold on. Who was at home?
It was at Notre Dame and it was 13-17.
See.
You got it. You 100% got it. But are you ready for this? Are you ready for the losses that Notre Dame had that year? Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, let's get it.
All right, let's do. So Michigan, not so terrible, except for Michigan only won like 5 games that year. I'm just saying. All right.
Okay.
They did lose to Michigan, but so did a lot of other teams. I mean, Michigan lost to a lot of other teams. Oklahoma, they lost to Oklahoma. Not a terrible loss. Not terrible. But at Pitt. At Pitt.
Pitt giving them boys. Wait. This is the same Pitt that Jameis only missed 2 passes against in his first game that season, right?
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
Correct. Okay. So they lost to Pitt. And then are you ready for this one? This is my favorite. Stanford. Stanford.
This wasn't Andrew Luck Stanford, was it? They lost to non-Andrew Luck Stanford?
Yeah.
Ew.
So Michigan State's loss actually lost to like some pretty teams, right? And you only beat some absolute scrubs that year. It was like Youngstown State. I mean, Michigan, who only won.
No, that's the Fighting Jim Tressel.
I mean, it's
the Fighting Jim Tressel.
It's just all of it is so gross, and these Michigan State fans actually believe it because it's been going on for years.
So they really out here talking reckless right now. So I need to make sure that we are on point with what we talking about here. All right. That 2013 Florida State team has been routinely getting what I call the Florida State treatment, which is everybody hate us. Everybody hate us. They want to talk down on the good that we do, and they don't ever want to give the props where it's deserved. All right, so let's just run down some of the stats on this real quick so that we can understand what we talk about when we talk about 2013 Florida State. All right, undefeated, of course. Everybody know about the margin of victory, the largest in college football history. Was it 49 points? Like 40, 45, 49 points, something like that. All right, demolished everybody on the schedule. All right, demolished everybody. All right, but then I wanted to go down what I saw here, which was how you should be able to define how some of these teams looking like. All right, everybody on that offense went to the league. All right, that's starting from the left guard, the right guard, the center, both tackles, every wide receiver, every running back, the quarterback, everybody on that offense went to the league. Everybody on that defense went to the league. Hell, most of the backups on that defense went to the league. So when we talking about this 2013 FSU squad, I need people to start giving these boys they props. All right. That 2013 team they routinely are left out of these top 5 discussions. But when you look at everybody's top 5, they want to throw the bullshit ass the 1995 Nebraska. We washed them by 30. I don't give a damn what Tommy Frazier and them boys do. We beat them by 30. No problem. Jameis is sitting in the fourth quarter. All right, we washed them. They want to talk about 0-1 Miami. That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game. I can give you 0-1 Miami. Cool. They talk about the Matt Liner. Was it the OFO USC team?
Oh, that
I
would
think
be
we
so
beat them.
easy.
I think we beat
Easy.
them by 21. 21. We can go play them over there. They can have Snoop Dogg out there on the sideline doing his little dance like he always do. We can get their ass up out the paint too. I think we get them up out of there as well. They can go kick rocks. All right. Our ball boy, like to shout out to the chat, our ball boy Red Lightning is the best ball boy. Even our ball boy went to the league. That's how solid the 2013 Florida State squad was. All right. Ain't nobody else got no stats like this. Okay. I think we washed them. I think we beat that Vince Young Texas team from 05. I think we get them out
Hmm.
the paint. They like to talk about that raggedy ass Kajana Carter, Kerry Collins, Penn State team. Like Penn State ain't even relevant here. We can get them out the paint. They like to talk about what is it, 88 or 89 Notre Dame with Lou Holtz out here coaching the team. Don't nobody give a damn about that team.
No.
We can get them out the paint. So I'm struggling to find all of these teams that they claim are gonna just waltz all over us when we out here putting the stats up that we got. Like, who are these
You're not
people?
going to find them.
We not gonna find them. We not gonna find them.
No.
Yeah, exactly, Brad. They talking
Not on
about
this schedule. You're not. Not on
they
this
talking about
schedule.
Kajana Carter and Kerry Collins. Oh, that team could hang points against who? Against who? That defense we had was all time great. All
Yep.
time great. I don't want to hear nothing about what some of these other trash ass motherfuckers got. Okay, they were
And
trash.
we really, yeah, we don't need to hear anything about no Kerry Collins who played for the Tennessee Titans. And like, I really don't. Like anybody, if you played for the Tennessee Titans, I'm out on you. I'm out. Okay. That means you got some loser blood. I don't need to hear anything that you've done in the past because anything you've done in the future was a zero,
Pu-
a nada,
Pure and utter
nothing.
ass. All right, pure and utter ass. All right,
Hmm.
everybody out there can go kick rocks. All right, that 2013 Florida State team is not getting the love that it deserves. And why is that? Because the media hated on that squad. They hated on us because of Jameis Winston and all of these blown out of proportion ass scandals that they wanted to throw out here. I mean, listen, the brother got to hook up at a Publix. Hell, if somebody told me that I could come get hooked up at a Publix, I'm over there right now. I got a girl right
I'd
now
be
that's
there
down here
right
at Publix
now.
that will hook me up with a buffalo chicken tender sub, and all I got to do is go in there and smile at her twice with a nice lineup. Okay, that's a hookup. Y'all gonna try to put me on blast for this? No. Like, go kick rocks. Oh, he stood up in the student union and said grab her by the, and so that's
Yeah.
what we talking about. This is why y'all hating on us. We gonna ignore Rashad Green. We gonna ignore Telvin Smith. We gonna ignore Timmy Jernigan. We gonna ignore all of the greatness that we had on that 2013 squad because the media hated Jameis.
Hmm.
All right, this is the same media. If we go back and look at some of the headlines, as what was happening in 2013, they were doubting us going when we were 5-0 going to Clemson. They thought Clemson, oh Taj Boyd, Taj Boyd gonna do this and that and this and that. We made Taj Boyd go sit his ass down. He a FedEx truck driver right now because of what Florida State did to him in 2013.
That's true. He is.
All right, that boy out here delivering packages because of what we did. All right. That's what he doing. He can go sit his ass down somewhere. We ran all up and down that block. All right. They thought they had something, no, lit they ass up. That was the quietest Clemson has ever been. We made them boys change their whole mindset on football because we walked in there and showed them what true greatness looked like. All right. That's what happened.
I mean, poor Dabo, his mom put her best block letters in the back of his sweatshirt, with his name on it that said Dabo, and she did her best work. His name's in his sweatshirt. He's ready to run down that hill. They're going around the block. They're doing all these things. And like that team shut them up quick. And
Right.
I mean quick. And it was over. And it was never, and like Nick O'Leary was like, oh my God, when he trucked Travis Banks in that game, Lord have mercy.
Ran his ass over, dropped his shoulder in that man's chest, and kept it moving like he wasn't even standing there. Real quick, shout out to Jeff Hill, the 2013 with the super chat. The 2013 would trash any of these schools from any team from the decade of the 90s. We running down on all of that shit. I don't care what
Yeah.
it is. That 2013 team is running down on everybody. All right. And they want to sit here and act like they weren't one of the greatest teams of all time. They were so great. We had to sit the starters for damn near every fourth quarter. I wonder
Yeah.
one game we had 80 points and we could have went for 100, and they were like, just run the ball the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, we did a running clock. And the other thing was we got actually vilified by the media for players playing hangman on the sidelines.
Like really? Like really? This what we doing out here? This what we doing out
Yeah.
here? Come on, dog.
Yeah.
That
Like that
2013
team
team was
was
everything.
nuts. It was
They were
nuts.
so
And then even
mad.
in 2014, they still won every game, even though they could have lost or should have lost. And it was like
Mhm.
everybody was just like, oh man, they still won again. And they won again.
They're like,
Yeah, I mean, it was so fun to watch being a villain. So I guess when I look at some of these people and they're like, Florida State says, Florida State's that, it's like, bring us back to our villain era, darlings, because we love it. And I live it.
damn it.
And just, I love
Be
it.
mad.
Be a
Be
villain.
mad. Be mad. Because here's the wild part. That 13 team was so nasty that when 2014 came around, the college football playoff committee had to come up, the media had to come up with a whole new game stat. Game control. Are you controlling the game the way it's supposed to be controlled? I'm sorry. In
Yeah.
2013, when we were winning every game by 45 points, they said, oh, well, they haven't played anybody, even though we beat
They weren't
everybody on the
battle
schedule.
tested. They weren't battle
Yeah.
tested.
Oh, look at how they're struggling. But let's talk about struggle. Widely reported, acknowledged by all of the FSU players that were on that team, Kelvin Benjamin, Kenny Shaw, everybody out there. When them boys were on the field, all right, Auburn in that national title game were literally calling out the plays.
Yep.
Okay, that's how they were able to get their defenses set. That's why it looked so bad in that first half. Auburn was literally cheating during the first half. Now, you want to put the blame on Jimbo because he didn't switch up the calls. Yeah. You want to put the blame on them for not doing that. No problem. I'm not going to fault Auburn for that. But here is what I know. They had to go and get a guy off our squad to come in to help them do whatever they need to do to game plan to try to beat this Florida State team. And they almost did it too, if it wasn't for them damn towels. Because Jimbo was like, hold them towels up. Don't let them motherfuckers see nothing that we talking about. And we went out there and look at the second half of that game. We put our foot in Auburn ass.
Mm-hmm.
We put our foot in Auburn ass. Outside of Trey Mason, because it wasn't, who's their quarterback? The little run, was it Nick Marshall? Not Nick Marshall.
No,
I forgot
Chris
what
something. Chris.
I forgot what their quarterback, but if it wasn't for Trey Mason, their one running back, we were dominating that entire second half. Them boys couldn't do a damn thing at all. I think it was Nick Marshall. He was shut down the whole second half. Trey Mason was the only like gleam of hope that they had, and we went right down the field on them systematically, just took them apart. When Trey Mason scored that final touchdown, you heard all of SEC Nation's booty holes just go, oh, because they felt so good, like they had just taken some X-Lax, or they was out here eating at Arby's. They felt so great about themselves, evacuating their bowels out here. That's what they were doing. And then we went right down the field. Jameis went right up the field on them boys, did them dirty, did them greasy, and then threw the ball over the top for the touchdown. They couldn't do a damn thing. All right.
They
I don't
even
want
missed
to hear
a horse color that was so obvious that even Kirk Herbstreit had to be like, guys, this is outrageous.
Right. That's a horse collar tackle. They ain't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't say nothing. They hated Florida State. They always hate us. They couldn't do a damn thing. Facts. They Trey Mason doing the Heisman pose and all of this other bullshit in the end zone. He was mad as hell when we went right down the field and put the ball in the end zone. They couldn't do nothing about it. They felt great about themselves, and we ran down on them boys like the trash bags that they are. So if we really want to talk about who they should have been talking about, they wanted Auburn to win so they could run them same raggedy ass highlights from the kick six and that little, we caught the ball after it bounced off of the Georgia defender's hands and he took it into the end zone. Oh, y'all had y'all team of destiny, and the team of destiny ran into the harsh reality that was Florida State. You wasn't beating us. So understand, y'all had no shot at the beginning of the season. Y'all had to have miracles the entire season to even get us out the paint, and y'all couldn't do it. And then we dominated y'all ass in the national championship game in front of everybody. So y'all can go kick rocks. All right. That 2013 Florida State team is top 5 all time. All right. And I want to find the teams that y'all going to try to put ahead of them, because the numbers say Florida State's better than all of them. 0-1 Miami want to argue, but the only reason they want to argue is because well, look at the play. They're Hall of Famers. Okay, and we're not talking about the NFL. We're talking about in college, because a lot of the players that y'all had, they were good. They were very good, but a lot of them boys didn't show all that promise until they got to the league. Florida State was dominating the game in college. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I'm tired of all these red ass
absolutely. Look,
making all that point.
I'm telling you, during that 2013 game, my phone would not stop going off by all these SEC losers that live around me, right? They are just going off. As soon as halftime is over and as soon as things turn around, my phone is very quiet. Okay. Now I have a rule. I do not shit talk during games. It is a rule for me. It's bad luck to do so. I don't do it. You're not going to catch me doing it. However, when that game was over, sir, boy, did my keyboard get a workout. Like, I was responding to some messages, right? I'm now divorced from him, and my ex-husband comes home that morning and was like, "Were you being really mean to people?" And I said,
You should have.
"What?" I said, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, a couple of our friends have responded that you were just, not so nice in some of your response." And I was like, those motherfuckers were hitting me up all during the game, okay? They got real quiet at the end and didn't like my response. And now they're going to tattle to my husband? That is some weak shit. And so then he finally responds to me and he goes, "Yeah, I kind of told him that, tattling to me was going to make it a lot worse." And I said, "Sir, it sure did. Because now if you thought I was mean before, whoo, I'm about to embarrass you. You're not going to get a date for like the next 10 years with what I'm about to unleash."
Like what? You got to go run to the feds? That's what we got to do because
Yeah.
y'all out here talking reckless, and you you got your feelings hurt, man. Shut your ass up. All right, just acknowledge the greatness and keep it moving. Like I like 19 LSU. I think 19 LSU would be a great team. That would be a great game. But I'm not finna run to the feds and cry about them. Not finna run to the feds and cry. But you should have lit all their ass on fire. You better than me.
Oh, don't
'Cause if
worry.
you keep
I'm pretty sure I did. I wish I could see it, but like, I think my Facebook, I don't know. I don't know that I have all my messages. I wish I could pull them up, but my phone, well, like I said, was blowing up the whole game. The whole game. We get to the third quarter. Yeah, Brad knows. I was on fire. So I like as soon as the third quarter was over, I was like, let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready. And then I got tattled on. Can you believe it? I got tattled on. And my ex-husband was like, "Boy, this is gonna make it way worse on you." And did it.
hating asses. I couldn't stand it. And you know what? You know what else gets me about it? They always like to say, "Oh, well, they want to discredit it because we didn't play Bama that year. They want to discredit it because we didn't play this team or that team." I'm like, I'm sorry. You beat who in front of you. It's not our fault that Bama didn't get there. Okay, we wanted Bama the whole season long. That was where the "We Want Bama" campaign started because all of these SEC blowholes were out here bumping their gums, acting like Florida State wasn't this and that. "Oh, you're doing this in the ACC. You can't do this in the SEC." I'm sorry, what was the score of the Florida game that year? We whooped Florida ass. We took them behind the woodshed and put belt to ass on them boys. Okay, then they were in the big bad SEC. And then when we played the team that kicked six Bama up out the paint, because Saint Saban said, "Hey, there's 1 second left. Let's try to get this 70-yard field goal," that got ran back on their ass. He couldn't even get there. If you can't get there, I don't want to hear nothing about you. That's why we talking about 2013 Florida State and not 2013 Alabama. They got their asses put out, and we put out the team that beat them, so they can go kick rocks. I'm tired of all of these people. Put some respect on our name, all right? All right. We got a national title this century, unlike some of these other teams out here. We got a national title within the last decade. I don't want to hear nothing about these other people out here, okay? We made the college football playoff, the first one. All right. Some of these other blue blood teams, they ain't even sniff postseason action outside of some raggedy ass Cheez-It Bowl that they were in. All right.
First
So they can go.
BCS, last BCS, first playoff. Should have been the last playoff, fuckers, but they decided not to do it.
Hating asses. Hey, no, when Jordan Travis was there, we would have. I don't give a damn because I damn sure know y'all let Ohio State go when they lost. What was it? When they lost the R.J. Barrett, and then they put in that big 6'5", 330-pound linebacker that was slinging the ball around. Y'all let them get in there. So why y'all gonna change the rules for Florida State?
Again, Ohio State and like people want to rewrite history, but Ohio State, they say that when they put in that quarterback, they put up all these numbers so they knew their offense would run. Ohio State had to put up those numbers. They had already lost at home to a sorry ass Virginia Tech team that year. This is a totally different situation. It's not the same. Florida State had no idea that they had to put up these numbers because they were undefeated. It's absolutely a different situation. And anybody who can't see it, you can't fix stupid. So
Nope.
I don't know how to help you.
Nope, common sense ain't common, but it's okay though. It's okay. So 2013 Florida State needs to be talked about in every single one of your top fives. When we talk about the greatest teams of all time, you have one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. You have an absolute elite NCAA defense, one of the best defenses of all time out there. And you have one of the coaches that put together just a beautiful offense that was routing anybody that they wanted to put out there on the field. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. And that's after coming off of a year where didn't we lose our DC? Didn't Mark Stoops leave and go to Kentucky the year before? And we had Jeremy Pruitt running our defense out there that year.
Which absolutely was amazing, by the way, Jeremy Pruitt, Stevens. Just don't ask him to go to a fast food restaurant for you and maybe hand off the food. I'm just going to say that. Or, what other things he does behind closed doors. But that's, everything I say is true, except for the things that are false or allegedly, right? Allegedly, he likes to have some fun behind closed doors. Just don't let him go get your fast food. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, listen, if I walk in the house and they're like, oh, Jeremy Pruitt's over there behind that door there, I'm just going to go ahead, turn around, get in my car and go home. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I wasn't there.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
My name's Bennett and I ain't in it. All right.
That's a mess. That's a mess.
And that's between y'all. So y'all can stay our asses over there. All right. I ain't on it.
Y'all and your gods, y'all and your gods and whoever it is maybe your therapist. I don't know.
I'm not dealing with it. Absolutely not. All right. So the second thing that I wanted to get to after all of that FSU hate, stop being haters out here, be congratulators. All right. Just because we can bust y'all ass on the field and we great, don't mean that y'all need to be haters about it. Just take your ass whooping like a man. Go sit your ass down over there. Get better. That's all I want to say.
And enjoy your paychecks. Enjoy your paychecks.
Exactly.
Stop worrying about it. NC State.
You're welcome. All right. So speaking of trash, all right. I saw I've been seeing a lot of these NC State fans out here bumping their gums. Oh, Florida State played NC State, then they wouldn't have went undefeated. If Florida State played NC State, they wouldn't have. All right. One of the things that pisses me off more than anything about this ass coast conference that we stuck in right now is a lot of these mid-ass teams and these trash-ass teams that we've been lying about for years, acting like they were good when we all knew they was garbage, but we had to tell these lies so that we can big up our squad. They always bumping their gums about what they did, what they can do, what it is that they got going on, which is absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna start this up now. We're going to run down damn near every team every week. We're going to run down all of the teams of the Ass Coast Conference and just talk about their lack of contributions to the greatness of this shitty ass league that we got to deal with over here. Okay. You're not Florida State. You're not Clemson. And if you're not one of those two, you've been doing nothing but bringing the property value down. And we're going to start this series here with NC State. All right. One of your favorite programs. I know you love the NC State Wolfpack fans. I know you have a great time with all of them, right?
Oh, they're so easy. They're so easy to get so mad. You just ask them where their trophies are, and then they just absolutely break. It's like a brain malfunction. They're like, talk, ooh, ooh, and they start howling and stuff. And then as soon as you ask, where's your trophies, they go, shut down.
That is hilarious. It's trash. So let's talk about NC State. Let's just run down some stats on NC State here. All right. So NC State, one of the founding members of the ACC when the conference first started back in the 50s. They've been in this conference since the beginning, since 1953. 71 years they've been in this conference. 71 years. All right. I think Joe Biden was one of the people that started this conference. That's how old this shitty ass conference is. All right. In that time frame, 71 years, they got 7 ACC titles. 7 of them. The last one in 1979. 1979. All right. So for the third best team in their state, they ain't won a conference since 1979. All-time bowl record, 17-17 and 1. So they are a mid-ass bowl team since they've been around too. 50%. That's what they are. They 500 if they get into a bowl. All right. Their all-time record against Florida State, 26-16 ass whoopers. Belt to ass is what we putting on them and been putting on them for the longest. All right. So this is a founding member of the Ass Coast Conference. And you wonder why we want to get away from this. All right. All right. So I do want to give a shout out to Dave Dorn, their coach, very good defensive minded coach, puts together nice defenses, works with lesser talent, has pissed me off over the years, especially with him and Bradley Chubb after they were out there spitting on Chief Osceola in the middle of the field a few years back. But Dave Dorn, I'm gonna give him a shout out. But let's talk about the real NC State out here. All right, third best team in the state of North Carolina. All right, might not even be that because I think North Carolina A&T might even put belt to ass to them boys too. All right, but y'all behind Duke, y'all behind UNC, y'all are trash out here. All right, y'all trash. All right, you haven't won since 79. So let's talk about what's been going on in the world since 1979, the last time the NC State Wolfpack was worth talking about. Okay, so notable things that happened in the world of 1979. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. All right. Do you remember 79? I don't even think you were out here in these streets in 79.
Hell no, I wasn't. I mean, I've been lying about my age for a while, but I can't even go back that far to start lying about it. So no, I wasn't around when Elvis died. Okay, like that wasn't the year I was born.
All right. So what was notable about 79 when the NC State WolfKittens were worth talking about? Okay. All right. Number one. All right. Ronald Reagan hadn't even been president yet. He actually announced that he was going to be running for president. Okay. So we ain't even had St. Reagan in office yet. His trash ass was going somewhere. He's just like, hey, I'm going to run and I'm going to ruin this country for you guys over the next decade. So just go ahead and put me in there. That's how old this shit is. All right. We can get them out the paint. Okay. Number two. All right. The Unabomber. He only set off 2 bombs at that point. They ain't even catch him yet. He had 2 bombs out here in these streets. All right. That's how long it's been since the NC State WolfKittens were worth talking about. All right. The Unabomber was still out here getting done. All right. That's how bad it is. Okay. We got Jim back up here. All right. So I was running down some of these things here. So I wanted to make sure I went over this. All right. So Reagan wasn't even president. He announced that he was running, and the Unabomber only set off 2 bombs at that point. So we can go ahead and get that out here. That was what was going on in 79. All right. McDonald's introduced the Happy Meal in 1979. All right. That's what was going on in 79. The last time that NC State was worth talking about. Okay. McDonald's had just released the Happy Meal. And that's funny that they did that because everybody's been putting belt to ass to NC State since then because the country of Sweden outlawed ass whoopings. Okay, so it's mighty coincidental and hilarious to me that McDonald's released a Happy Meal and the country of Sweden was like, you can't whoop your kid's ass no more. Back in 79, when the last time was that we had to deal with NC State we're talking about out here. That's how trash this team is. All right, I just want y'all to just wrap your head around that real quick. All right, you and your kids now, your mama ain't have McDonald's money every year. Every night, Mom, can we get McDonald's? You ain't got McDonald's money. She drive right by. You wanted a Happy Meal with the cheap ass toy. You wanted one of them raggedy ass Hot Wheels or the little Barbie with the hair that they took off some horse hair from somewhere. All right, that came out the last time that NC State was worth talking about. All right, that's how it is. Okay, let's keep going. All right, back in 1979, here are some notable births of celebrities that we all know back in 1979. They weren't even around the last time that NC State were worth talking about. All right, Chris Pratt. All right, shout out to Star-Lord. Shout out to Chris Pratt out here helping to save the rest of the galaxy with the rest of the Guardians. He was born in 1979. Okay, Adam Levine whining ass. Okay, Adam Levine whining ass. I don't believe in you. Yeah, we don't want to hear none of that shit no more. All right, Adam Levine and his Maroon 5 and ass. He was born in 1979. He don't even remember a world where NC State was worth talking about. Okay, that's who we got. Okay, all right. Who else we got? Lance Bass. Lance Bass. Yeah, the blonde one, the one who sang bass, the weird looking one in the corner from NSYNC. All right, he was born in 1979. We got NSYNC members that were out here in these streets that don't even remember the last time that NC State was worth talking about. Okay, all right. Kevin Hart. Okay, NC State has not been relevant the entire life cycle of a Kevin Hart out here. They are a Kevin Hart life cycle away from being worth talking about. Okay, he was born in 1979. We can get his ass up out of here too. All right, and then last but not least, Kourtney Kardashian. Okay, her sorry ass was born in 1979. As a matter of fact, she's the only Kardashian member that we can even give credit to because she don't seem like she's the craziest of all out of all of them. But she was born in 1979. Okay, so we had a world where there was only one Kardashian out here in these streets the last time that NC State was worth talking about. Okay, so I'm wholeheartedly putting the blame of NC State Wolfpack for being the ones that have unleashed the Kardashians on us. It is NC State's fault. All right, isn't that wild? Isn't that
It's
wild?
absolutely correct. It's 100% correct.
It's absolute trash. It's absolute
Yeah.
trash. Okay, their team has not been relevant since '79. All right, let's just take this a little bit further, another step further. After we've already put belt to ass to them since '79, so let's take this one more step further. Okay, one more step further. All right, top songs in 1979. You ready?
Ooh, I got
You ready?
some Elvis on here. It has to be, right? Some Elvis.
Listen. All I'm saying is this. This is hilarious. All right, some of the top songs from 1979. Ooh, my little pretty one, my pretty one. When you're gonna give me some time, Sharona, my Sharona, my Sharona. All right, that was one of the top songs the last time that NC State was worth talking about. All right, Le Freak. What you know about Le Freak?
Not a lot.
Freak out. Le Freak.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Freak out. Right, that was popping the last time NC State was worth talking about. All right, you ready? The Village People YMCA.
Oh Lord.
Break it out, Jid. Do the YMCA for us one time.
I really can't. You know, I've thought about like, okay, wait a minute. It's like the YMCA. Is that right? Is that right? Okay.
That
And then
is.
you have to like be dressed up like as a police officer or as a sailor or you know.
They had an Indian, they had a police officer, a firefighter. Go ahead, bust it out real quick. You can bust out the YMCA dance for us.
Oh God, it's fun. No,
It's
wait,
fun to
I'd prefer to
say
do
stuff.
shoot. I'd prefer to do shoot because we did this before the show started. That's way more fun than this old ass, YMCA bullshit. Look,
This is what I'm talking about. This is how far back we got to go to the last time NC State was relevant. Okay, you've been in this conference for
I'm not
71
willing.
years.
Yeah, I'm not willing to make a fool out of myself for this redemption arc of NC State. Like, I'm just not going to do it because, I have better things to do.
Right. One of the best songs ever. What you would do for love by Bobby Caldwell. That song was on the top of the charts the last time that NC State was going to talk about. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up. That's that heat right there. That song was on the charts the last time NC State we were talking about. All right. So if you're gonna come and run your mouth, NC State, about how Florida State should have played us, and if we played them, they wouldn't have went undefeated. You gotta at least be able to have something worth talking about that's happened since before my mama was in high school, was in elementary school, bro. Get your shit together. All right, get it together. All right. Every song that I just found out here for you, it still got melodies. They got actual live horns playing in the song. They ain't got no machines that was making the music. You had real musicians playing back then. All right. Your school is trash. Okay. 71 years and you won 7 titles. The last one was in 1979. That can't even be considered modern era football no more. All right. That's not even modern era football no more. Get your sorry asses out of here, okay? You are one of the main reasons that we are getting out of this rat ass conference, okay? You haven't been pulling your weight. All right, you're a founding member. Somehow you got a whole bunch of say about what everybody else can do. But the only thing that y'all can hang y'all hat on is that every once in a while y'all beat UNC in the basketball tournament. Or y'all hope that y'all can beat UNC. That's it. Go get drunk, drinking your natty ice over there, wherever the hell you are,
Make
hanging out
those
in
woof
front of
woof
your stadium.
noises.
Go bark. Hell, you ain't even the best team that howl out here. The NIU Huskies got something to say about that. So I don't want to hear nothing about out of what they got going on. Okay,
Yeah.
get your asses the fuck out of here, both of y'all, all of that. All right, give me your thoughts on NC State and a rat ass squad.
You want me to do this? Is that really where we want to go? Okay. NC State's only dining out event is occasionally they might beat a Florida State and a Clemson every once in a while. But guess what they don't do is bring home a trophy. They don't win any big time games. They don't make playoffs. They don't win championships. I mean, we had to go back to 79 for their ACC championship game. What trophy case is their national championship trophy in?
They ain't got now. They trophy case still got wood paneling in the back because they ain't won nothing.
Is that missing?
Because they ain't won
Is that
nothing.
missing?
Sorry.
Are they still barking to get their trophy to show up? Because you can sit here and howl at the moon all you want to, but your trophy case is still empty. It's empty.
Pure and utter garbage.
You guys are losers. Who cares? You get like secondary players from like other schools that maybe, yes, they did want. But guess what? You guys at least got them in, but guess what you don't do with them? Win. You win nothing.
Not
You
a
do
damn
nothing.
thing.
You bark at the moon. You howl at the moon. You do all this stuff. And at the end of the day, you're still NC State. You're still living in the shadow of North Carolina, who's actually a worse football program than you are. And you live in their shadow. That's absolutely disgusting and embarrassing. And you guys sit here and want to talk shit. You want to talk shit all day long, but you're living in the shadows of a school that is worse than you are in the program that matters.
Just a waste.
Sorry.
A pure waste.
That's embarrassing. That's some beta ass male shit. Get your asses up. Put on your big boy pants. Come win some games. Tell North Carolina to shove it, which they won't do because, again, North Carolina is pretty much their employer, like Florida State is. Nobody can say shit about you, NC State. Nobody cares.
Like,
Nobody.
go sit down somewhere.
Are nothing. You are nothing. Nothing. Like, take that home, put that on a Hallmark card, stamp it on your forehead. That's what you get. Happy Nothing Day, NC State. We'll turn that into a holiday.
They're a waste of space and time. They ain't got nothing better to do with themselves. Like, what good are you for? Oh, Russell Wilson was our quarterback. Yeah, well, he went to Wisconsin. Like, go get your asses out of here. Oh, we had who's that tall ass one that they had? Ryan Mallett. Was it Ryan Mallett that they had on that team?
No, Ryan Mallett was Arkansas. Who was? God,
who's
what
the super
was
tall,
that kid's name?
Who's the super tall, tall, lanky
He
ass?
was horrible. What was his name?
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon. Yep, Mike Glennon. There you go. Thank you, George.
Forget the fuck out of here. Like, what good are you? What good are you?
He looked like Napoleon Dynamite playing football. Like he was Napoleon Dynamite playing football. It was so weird. He was like even doing like the moves sometimes when he'd get out there and just be like vote for Pedro on his shirt. It was the whole
like Woody
bit.
from Toy Story.
I think it was. I'm sorry. This dude was Napoleon Dynamite, and it wasn't even close. He had like even the teeth that were like coming over, and he would look so annoyed and go, like, sorry.
He was built like Woody from Toy Story. Like, go get your ass out of here. I would have hit nothing out of y'all, man. Go get your ass out of here. Go to infinity and get your ass in the trash out of here. We don't want nothing to do with y'all.
And go beyond, go to infinity and beyond and leave the rest of us winners alone. NC State, we are winners. You aren't. Go to infinity and beyond. Enjoy yourselves. Go be the thorn in North Carolina's side, which is so sad, again, because you're a better program than they are. And you allow them to just slap you around like nobody's business. Are you kidding me? And they're like, well, North Carolina's better at basketball. Basketball doesn't make any money. Basketball makes no money. You're being bitches. You're being bitches. Your football program is better. And if you want to sit there and just sit in the back of them, go for it. I can't help you. But there is one sport that makes all the money, and you are better at it than sorry ass North Carolina is. Okay? Sorry.
Oh. Hey, listen, I would agree with you. I would agree with you. But here's the wild part, all right? Because I had to look this up real quick just to verify that I had this right. All right. UNC versus NC State in football. All right, all-time series. North Carolina leads 68-39. UNC has been putting belt to ass to the boys to the tune of 68-39 all time. Oh, you can't even say that that North Carolina is a better football program than you. This is what we got going on. Why are we this? Here you go, NC State. All right, I'm gonna give you my final word on NC State right here. Okay, you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. You've been irrelevant for a very long time. Florida State's been lying about y'all. I've been lying about y'all for the longest. Okay, I've been telling all of these other SEC fans, these Big Ten fans for the longest. Oh, NC State, they got a good defense. I sound like y'all when y'all talk about Penn State, Michigan State, and one of these other plebeian ass programs, South Carolina, just like y'all. Oh, they got a good defense this year. That's how NC State is. NC State is like the South Carolina of the ACC. All right, you're irrelevant. You're a waste of time. Every once in a while, the only thing you can hope for is that you'll spoil the chances for one of the better teams in the conference to go to the conference title game. That's the best you can hope for, okay? And I wanted to say you're welcome. You're welcome, because all of this coverage that we've been giving you right now for the last 15 to 20 minutes is the most that anybody's going to talk about your rat-ass program from now until the ends of time, okay? The only way anybody's going to talk about y'all like this anymore is if y'all somehow make it into one of these Power 2 conferences and y'all somehow knock off a team that's better than y'all, and that's it. That's the only way. And then even the whole time after y'all do that, they're going to say, well, what happened to the other team to make them lose to a trash-ass school like NC State? You're a waste of my time. Get your asses out of here. Stop bringing my property value down. And I want to say, you better do what's right and just go ahead and vote to dissolve this thing. You got nothing better to do. You got nothing else to live for. Listen, you should take the victory while you got it. You put UNC out of the tournament, okay? You're riding on the high. Just do the right thing and just break up this red-ass conference and figure out if you're going to be in Conference USA, the MAC, the MEAC, or wherever else the hell you going to go, because ain't nobody else going to want you, okay? We've loved you for all these years, and you ain't done nothing but collect dust over here, and you ain't even been cleaning up our trophy cases. You just been collecting dust over here. Since 79, you have been irrelevant. I need you to take your irrelevant asses elsewhere and go on about your business. Let us get up out of here, okay?
Look, I mean, we can get up out of here, but the one thing I will say is Wake Forest has won an ACC championship in more recent times than NC State has. And I don't mean to say that to hurt your feelings, but I do mean to say that to hurt your feelings. You should have your feelings hurt. It's gross. And by the way, Miami, you should not be laughing either, because that's really pathetic. It's really pathetic.
These Hurricane fans are so bad. We could always talk about this before we leave. I just want to give a shout out to the Hurricanes, because I am drinking a 24-year-old scotch right here. This scotch is old enough to remember when Miami was relevant. That's how old this drink is right here. So we're gonna put a toast up to the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes.
That whiskey has a kid going to college.
This Scotch's kid don't even remember the last time the Hurricanes were talking about. Those sorry asses out of here. My alcohol don't even remember when y'all were last good. A waste of time. Of time.
Isn't it so fun just to watch them just absolutely lose their minds all week? We're going to be so good. We're going to be so good. We're going to be so good. They are now predicting they're going to win the ACC. Sirs, win your inaugural ACC game, because you didn't last year. because you couldn't knee a ball. Like, win that one, win the first ACC game.
I saw somebody
Let's
put up
do that.
I saw somebody put up their preseason all ACC teams, and it was some Hurrishames fan that put a whole bunch of Hurrishames players at all these different positions. Oh, we got the whole offense and we got half the defense and all that. I'm like, God, they're taking this offseason champ title to a whole other level. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait until they get I really hope that they get their ass beat by Florida. It's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait for this.
I
need belt
picked
to
Florida.
ass.
I need Florida to win this game for so many reasons. Just for, I have actual people who might be Miami fans, although we don't really know because nobody's ever seen a Miami fan in real life because the stands are empty. There's really nobody around there. They're only seen online. I need to know more Miami fans other than former players because those are the only ones I know. Those are the only ones I know who are sitting there standing for this ridiculous coaching stuff, all these things, because the fans aren't there. The fans are missing. We don't know. Should we get Dateline on it? Like, could we get an ID channel exclusive to go down to the Moral Gables community and say, where are you guys? Are y'all there? Because you're not at the games. It's missing. It's very weird. I don't know. It seems like a kidnap situation. I don't know. Maybe they're making hostage videos. The next time one of them makes one of their posts or their videos that claims that one of their players, even in a losing game, had a better game than someone else, maybe we should say, show us your proof of life because we don't know that you exist because y'all weren't at the game. I need proof of life from the Miami fans. Thank you. Show me a newspaper with a date, something, anything, please. Thank you. Because we're worried about you. We don't know that you're alive. I feel like it's one of those movies where they've made people, like that movie, The Hunt or something, and they're hunting these people. I don't know, but I don't feel like Miami fans really exist. I just don't.
They don't. Miami fans exist, but they're like them people on My 600-Pound Life. They're just all in the house doing everything from their seats. Like, they're the type that cook chorizo and churrasco on their bed. They pour that butter on it because they too big and can't get out the house. That's what they are. All right. Them people don't exist at all. All of the people who show up to the Miami games, those are the people who work on the staff at the stadium, and they go and get free tickets and they walk around and sit down from time to time. And what they do is they move from section to section. That's what they do. So for the first quarter, they'll sit in the 100s. The second quarter, they move them over to the 200 section. That's how they do that. They rotate. That's why whenever you see pictures, it's always from the exact same angles every single time. And if you zoom them photos in, it's the same 300 people the whole time. The only time you get anybody actually showing up to that stadium is when Florida State comes there, because that's generally when they make any money for that entire season, because they're a waste of space, a waste of time. So once again, shout out to the University of Coral Gables Hurrishames. This scotch right here is old enough to remember the last time that y'all were relevant. So we're going to take a sip to that, and we're going to get out of here tonight. Once again, thank you to everybody pulling up to the Renegade Roast. We're going to do this again next week, Monday, and we're going to run down on yet another one of these trash bag ass ACC teams. I got to figure out who we're going to take down next week. Who are we going to take down next week? I don't want to do Wake Forest yet. That's
I have
too
some
easy.
votes. I know Wake Forest is too easy. I think I have been thinking maybe a North Carolina deserves it. A Duke.
Should we do UNC?
Or a Virginia. Or a Virginia. I think a Virginia could use it. Virginia Tech could use it. I mean,
Virginia
I got
something
Tech
for them.
is so invisible next to Miami. It's absolutely, you want to talk about stealing money? Those MFers came into this conference and have just been stealing money since they got here, doing nothing at all. So yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
So you know what? We're gonna take one of them down. So again, shout out to everybody. Love you very much. And we'll leave you guys here. Go Noles, baby. Go Noles.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, man. Yeah, FSU works for everybody. Let's go. First off, fuck Bama in the roll tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress hands. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Keen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks, acting like that's vital as an organ. If we played y'all, we kick that ass Chuck Norris. Y'all stay boring, only thing in that bitch is a forest. Let's set the record straight. Fuck your team if it ain't Florida State. 13-0, undefeated, damn, what more it take? Denied our presence, that should be a crime, they jealous. Probably get in if the Gators wasn't 5-7. Miami better not say nada. Last time they won a championship,